All right, okay, let's have a look here. This is a Phlox paniculata, so this is a summer phlox, not to be confused with the little creeping moss phloxes, that bloom in the spring. Many different types of phloxes. Phlox is a huge family. This is a Phlox Davidi. This is the David's phlox is a pure white one. This thing is tough as nails. It's here where the 22nd of July just starting to open. And this thing will bloom right till frost. Really good plant. And notice no mildew. Doesn't get mildew like some of the other phloxes do. Nice and clean. And this one is growing almost totally dry. Doing very well. Here's your Sedum Autumn Joy. It's just starting to show the first very tinges of pink here in the blooms, but it's still quite early. It doesn't really bloom until we get into August. Here we have our Berberis, a barberry, a rosy glow, and you can see the new growth on it is very fiery pink. Very lovely little plant, and gets to be a fair size, but this is a real winner. If I pick up on some of the reds and this pink and a little bit of the Mardi Gras helenium in the background, use some of that blue May Night Salvia, you got her. It's a beautiful combination. Anywhere you get that deep blue, deep purple, anywhere around these plants, you're off to the races. Okay, we're just going to have you swivel around here really quick. Here's a couple more of these Astrofricardii just bursting into bloom. One more week and they'll be just looking awesome. Down here, a little tomato plant that popped up. I used to grow tomato plants in here amongst all these plants. What the heck, eh? Might as well have some tomatoes. These, I think, are Black Russians, or the black tomatoes. These are just some assorted daylilies. Remember, they call them daylilies because the flower only lasts for one day. They're also delicious and edible. So always eat your daylilies. Good in salad too. This beauty is Rudbeckia goldsturm. One of the best garden plants. Very drought tolerant, very tough. Look at the buds on that thing. This guy doesn't get too much for water. It gets a nice mulch. We have a nice composty mulch here that feeds it a bit. Probably gets a good soak of water about once a week or so. Hey everybody, here we are. Looks like about 9 years later, and we're in the same garden, same concept. Summer blooming perennials. All kinds of things are blooming, and I really think that some of the ones we showed you are really great options. So. But one of the interesting things is, here we are 9 years later, and we can see here's the exact barberry rosy glow, which is one of my favorite plants. This could be one of the plants that what makes this plant so great, because this is a really good one. But you can see that this plant in the video originally, in the first part of this video, it was I think it had been planted for about 4 years or so. Maybe 5, and now it has been in for that full term. So 9 years later plus the 4, so it's about 13, 14 years old. And you can see how big it is. This thing is about maybe 7, maybe 8 feet wide, and about, say, 6 feet high. And this plant has never been pruned or trimmed or anything. It's just living on its own and doing its thing. Super drought tolerant, super easy to grow. Rosy glow is one of my favorites. This plant particularly goes well with plants like the Rudbeckias. We've got lots of Rudbeckia goldsturms here, and it goes well with all kinds of plants, particularly the blue-colored salvias. Salvia May Night particularly goes really well. If you just get one of these barberries and you plant Salvia May Night all the way around it, it's awesome. Looks just great. The blue just glows against that dark purple color. So anyway, it's really nice and it's kind of cool, and yeah, I just wanted to wrap up this video with kind of a little back to the future, as they say sometimes. Anyway, it's just kind of for fun, and I hope you guys are having a great day and a great spring and a great summer and a great fall. I hope everything goes really well. So thanks again for tuning in. We'll see you next time on GrowOurCoach.com.